What I love showing is that there are people on MSNBC who will actually come out and tell the truth and explain the Donald Trump phenomena to people. And here's Chris Matthews. He did it in 2016 on election night. He told people why Donald Trump actually got elected. Instead of this fevered dream of racism and half the country turned into racist after they voted for Barack Obama overwhelmingly 2 times in a row. What happened was, well, let's watch. Here, I'll show you.
That's Brian. Was designed to change the behavior of white people, to tap into a type of white vote, an enthusiasm among white voters that was going to obliterate anything you might otherwise need to get from people of color. I mean, we do have Clinton underperforming Barack Obama with Latinos. We have Clinton underperforming Barack Obama with African Americans, although that was expected. What we've got, though, the biggest number and the biggest thing that explains how Trump could maybe win the presidency with only 29% of the Latino vote is that he's spiked white vote. He has figured out a way to do that. And that has always been the far right's dream, that you could figure out a way to do it without minorities. In fact, you could figure out a way to do it on the backs of minorities by threatening minorities in a way that make a lot of people uncomfortable. But
I find your eyelashes threatening. How about that?
That does awaken something, basically that's racial anxiety among whites, and that's how you win. That's been a dream on the far right.
So
somebody interrupt her.
It's all racism. It's all white racism. That's all it is. Even though right now Trump is winning with Latinos. Did you know that? And he's got more Latino votes than Joe Biden. And here, watch this. Chris Matthews is going to actually lay some truth on them. Listen to this.
And culture dream of white turnout.
Well, let me give the other version of that notion. It is that the 3 issues that he tapped into, trade, immigration, and wars, I think he's on the popular side of. I think the country hates all these wars. The establishment in both parties have been supporting those wars, including Hillary. The fact we don't have an immigration system that we enforce. Business doesn't want one because they want the cheap labor. Democrats want the jobs and want the votes. Nobody's gotten it together. In terms of trade, the fact is, a good part of the states we're looking at tonight, just drive through Michigan, drive through Wisconsin, and you'll see places that are hollowed out. There's nothing left. There used to be a Blockbusters movie place to get videos. They're gone. Now nothing's left but the diner. That's all that's left to hold the community together. And Trump said, you know what? I think I can run against this stuff. And he put it together. And I think it was a legitimate campaign on those issues. I mean, I never heard Hillary railing against these stupid wars. I never heard Hillary railing genuinely against these trade deals. She came out against TPP at the very end, and nobody really believed it. And I never heard her really come out for a comprehensive immigration program, which included enforcement on illegal hiring, and actually put it together. Sure, she went out and got Latino votes, but did she ever come out for a sound, workable, progressive enforcement?
That's Rachel Maddow looking at him as if to say, I'm sorry, Chris, but we're going to have to hashtag me too you now. Because that's what they did to him after he did that. So that's the end of that clip. That is exactly what the fuck was going on. And nobody wanted to hear that. Hey, you know what? The middle of the country's been gutted and hollowed out economically. The country's sick and tired of these fucking endless wars. And Trump ran on an anti-interventionist platform. And he's the only president in my lifetime that didn't start another fucking war. He wants an orderly border. This is things everybody wants. And Chris Matthews says it. The business wants the open border because we can get cheap labor and suppress everybody's wages. And the Democrats want it because they get more votes. He spit it out perfectly there, and they just memory hole that. They fire that fucking guy, and they just go right on talking about racism, white supremacy, and all that shit. And the real reason that a lot of the Bernie voters in Iowa then voted for Trump was because of the shit that he just said.
Yeah.